أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Chapter 22. About forgiving others. This chapter was written by Sister Amal Darwish, an Islamic studies teacher. I have struggled with forgiving others in a major way over the last few years. I am usually a forgiving person because I know how much Allah loves forgiveness and how much reward is attached to this very precious Islamic value. However, I have a hard time dealing with betrayal. I am normally a trusting person, and when I love somebody, I trust them fully. So if they turn around and deliberately and maliciously betray my trust, I have a hard time forgiving that. In other words, I can easily forgive honest mistakes, but not intentional harm. A few years ago, one of my closest friends stabbed me in the back in a very ugly way. She took some confidential things that I had shared with her and twisted them out of context and added lies to them. Then she spread them around to anyone who was willing to listen. It hurt me so badly. I was in pain for several months, agonizing over what might have prompted her to do such a horrible thing. I stopped greeting her at whenever we met at the masjid or other public places. It made me physically ill just to see her face. My husband assured me that time would heal everything, but I was not ready for that. Nevertheless, as time went by, I found that my anger was simmering down and giving way to understanding. I found myself feeling sorry for her and realizing how big of a mess her life was, that she chose to destroy someone who actually loved her, just to feel a sense of empowerment. And I did truly love her before the rift. She had admitted to me that she was in psychotherapy, so I should have seen it coming, but I did not. Now I'm at a point where I would like to forgive her because I do not wish to continue to be a victim of what she did to me. But I do not want to renew the friendship. Since she is a very argumentative person, I can hear her in my mind saying, "Well, if you don't want to be my friend anymore, that means you have not really forgiven me." I thought she would be right if she said that until I saw a documentary about a woman who killed her 5 little children because she suffered from postpartum psychosis. Her husband talked about how he had forgiven her because she was insane when she did it, but then he struggled with the decision of whether to divorce her. Finally, he went ahead with the divorce because he could no longer live with her, and he could see a big difference between forgiveness and consequences. That clear dichotomy was just what I needed. For too long, I had conflated the forgiveness and the renewal of the friendship in my mind, although I was ready for one but not the other. I now know that I can forgive her, although I can never trust her again. Hence my refusal to renew the friendship. If she is not willing to accept that consequence, that is her problem and not mine. I can finally release myself from the guilt of not being able to forgive her. I thank Allah for that valuable insight and for the relief and happiness that it brought. Moral of the story: don't make excuses not to forgive. Forgive and let go, even if you still feel like consequences are necessary. However, refrain from seeking revenge, because Allah's justice is far better than any revenge you can exact.